So day 6. Now this was the day that we were going to go back into SA. So we were leaving Namibia. And we were going to drive from Rosh Pina. We're going to ride through to Oranjemund and we're going to do the crossing at Oranjemund. What a beautiful ride.
Yeah,
the
it was really
scenery
nice.
Again changes dramatically.
The Namibia side specifically, I mean everything from where we left Rosh Pina, everything from there all the way to Noord-Oever was just spectacular in terms of views.
Beautiful.
There's some places where it just looks like you're on the moon, and then some spots where you drive next to the Orange River where it's just green and beautiful and nice. So it's once again these kind of polar landscapes.
And then we hit dunes, right? We started hitting dunes pretty close to Oranjemund, right?
Yeah, pretty close to Oranjemund.
Yeah.
There's some nice proper red dunes and
Red
stuff.
dunes,
And
so
we said
that's it. We're riding.
We
those.
need the opportunity to ride on the dunes. Obviously, the first thing I did was get stuck as soon as I hit the dunes.
And who got to go on the dunes and ride like nothing? Sheldon on the 750 Honda.
Yeah.
Come on, Sheldon, show us your metal. Come, bro. Check Nardo. Check Nardo. Check Nardo.
Nardu wiped out properly on the dunes, so he fell quite badly. Joa got stuck. As I ride up, you're still behind me, and then at some stage you just drop
that
back.
back wheel. That back
wheel.
wheel just cut into the sand, and that was it. I was stuck. Nardu came and helped me. Actually, Nardu took the bike.
Joa was just driving too slow.
I told him, take the bike, just take it. So anyway, I helped him, pushed him out. I said, just put it on the side of the road. Then I took the Honda. I asked Sheldon, let me ride on the Honda. Anyway, so I got to ride on the dunes on the Honda, but it was already on the dunes. Sheldon did the hard work. But it was fun. It was really great. I can imagine with a smaller bike, a 450, like say the CF Motor 450 or the new GS 450 they're talking about bringing out, it will be massive fun on those dunes. Or take a dirt bike, put a dirt bike in the back of a bucky, and this is where you wheel it out and you just hit those dunes.
Or Joe, just get a 1200.
No.
We had a lot of fun. There was another bugger up with me with the drone once again. Flew the drone, thought I captured some nice footage, ended up not. Taking a lot of photos, but not recording anything.
Anyway, then we decide, okay, after playing in the dunes, it was time, let's go and do the border, because we thought this is going to take a while.
We are about to go back into the RSSA, and Namibia has been great. We will miss you, and we'll be back in Namibia. Woohoo! So, off to Alexander Bay, and then Port Nolloth, and hopefully a swim on the sea. We played in the dunes this morning. They were great. We got some good drone footage. It's going to look good.
Thought I captured some nice footage, ended up not.
The boys leaving Namibia. Say goodbye to Namibia. Say goodbye to Namibia. Here we are. Orange guy. The half of the river is at the way. Mighty orange river.
Let's go. We are on our way to Port Nolloth. We're actually staying in McDougall's Bay, which is just south of Port Nolloth a little bit, but around the corner. We pulled into Port Nolloth, got to Port Nolloth, no incidents. Lovely ride there as well, beautiful ride there.
Quick.
We got some dronage footage there as well, or we didn't. Okay, you tried.
I figured out how to use that thing
On the last day.
day.
Well done, you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
So, it is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have arrived in Port Nolloth. We crossed the border earlier into Alexander Bay from Oranjemund on the other side, and we're at the Port Nolloth hotel. We're gonna have a little cool one. Here we are in McDougall's Bay. We are in chalet number 7. Heinrich and I. Mr. Lappies has got my bag. Marius is our next door neighbor. And we got sea views. Okay, I'm doing the final duck inspection. This is Marius's bike. And clearly, as you can see, no duck exists. This is Andrew's. And his duck is alive. So here's my ducky. Heinrich's duck. Where's Heinrich's duck? There it is. Heinrich's duck is still alive. This is Sheldon's little ducky. This is Francois' bike. And he does not appear to have a duck at all. Oh, we have a loser. No duck. Now Axel's duck is a survivor. I mean, this little guy. Phew, check at him. He survived. Brilliant little ducky. Here we have Nardu's duck. Now we have Ken and Philip's duckies. Look at those little guys. David and Julian lost their duck.
It was Nadu's birthday that day.
Yeah.
So we had to find birthday boy a little present, which we did.
Hey Nardu! Happy birthday, boy! Wear it with pride. Wear it with pride, Nardu.
Always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, then be Batman.
Put it on, buddy. Put it on.
Oh my God.
Oh,
check it.
He's a present from
And we all decided it was cooking hot, we're going for a swim.
Yeah.
And that was the the water was like 12, 13 degrees Celsius. It
Colder,
was freezing
It
cold.
was so cold.
It
Yeah.
was freezing cold, but it was just after riding
It
for
was a
several
nice,
days.
little relax, yeah.
It was really, really.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I've had my swim.
Oh.
It's actually not as bad.
Yeah, okay, it's not taking
So, boys are all relaxing, having a lekker swim after a good day's ride. These are our accommodations for today. We can camp, and we've got some chalets in the back. So, how was your ride today?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Every day. Every day.
You did well in the sand with that Honda, eh?
Like a dream.
Yeah.
Like a dream.
And your ride, how was your ride?
It was good.
Yeah?
Got stuck.
Got a little stuck?
Yeah, and then after that, just went well.
And this is Nadu's birthday today. Happy birthday, Nadu. He's got his bat cape.
And
You know?
I bought myself a dune.
Yeah? How was your ride?
Good, like
Yeah.
the dunes was fun.
The dunes were amazing, man.
Oh.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down,
Cue the Baywatch music.
down. Gilliam. Baywatch, yes! Lappies to the rescue! Woo! Lekker, man! Woo! Yay! Woo!
We made a reservation for a restaurant in Port Nolloth because we said there was a lot of people that were going to split up the following day. We said, okay, so let's all, have the final sort of dinner together. As we were about to leave for dinner, there's a fisherman and his son that had just come back from fishing, and the boat was on the trailer. And Heinrich decided he's going to buy a snook from this guy. So he negotiated there, paid the guy. The guy filleted the snook for us and got it ready.
So we saw this little boat go out when we arrived. Jackie Chan is the boat's name. Jackie Chan.
Okay.
And guy heading out, clearly going fishing. And later that day, we saw this boat being pulled by a tractor just along that sandy road. And this guy was standing on the back of the boat, and he'd already filleted and butterflied huge snooks. And I was asking him if he's selling them, and he says, yeah, 150 Rand a snook. So Francois and I acquired a snook. We went out for dinner and still bride the snook afterwards. Yeah, so it was a real nice thing, and it was such a. I remember just asking him, "Do you mind if I take a photograph of you?" And he was actually quite pleased. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
He's quite proud of holding his fish, and I'm trying to get that photograph to him so he can have it. It's that sort of that. It was almost like that perfect moment in time.
So they salted the snook and prepared the snook. So off we went to dinner with our snook ready for our after dinner braai.
Gents, I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank you all for joining us on this little journey. Tomorrow we're going to split and go in different directions. Some of you are still going to continue the epic tour. It has been an adventure. It's been a great adventure. A lot of us came into this with very little experience. Yes, we've all ridden motorbikes, and we had 50s when we were lighties, and we did all sorts of things. But this was different. This was tough. This was, and it's not even the toughest. We'll do others, but it was great, and we will meet again, and we will do things again. I want to thank a few people. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I really want to thank David and Julian. You guys were,
What did we do?
being there for Axel. Being there for Axel was just absolutely amazing, because,
And if it wasn't for your trailer, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah. You know, that day we lost our way. You know, we made decisions, bad decisions. We ended up in wrong places. Something bad happened, but we somehow came back. You know, these guys turned around and said, "We got to go." And I said, "Go, go, go, go! Just get there." You know, you guys picked him up. That was amazing. You know, I know he's fine now and he's going to be fine, but at the time I was
Quite stressful.
I was very stressed. I was in a state, to be honest. And I know Michael was in a terrible state. I want to thank Michael for arranging it. He did an amazing job. You know? And it's sad that he's not here. It's very sad. And you're going to see the video, and you're going to come back, and we're going to do these things again. There were many highlights. Guys, you were all brilliant. At different times, we stuck together, we helped each other, we looked out for each other, you know. So, at the end of all this, we have one prize for the best rider. Now, I need to qualify. I made this selection because this was the one individual who absolutely conquered everything. And he did it on a little Honda. Right?
Yeah.
Sheldon, you win the prize, and the prize is.
Hey, Sheldon.
So, you know, we had to think long and hard about this prize, right?
Oh, yes.
So your prize is the Joa's Tequila hand-me-down.
Why does it have a cable strap on the top here?
Joe's rapping going over here.
Fancy wrapping. We wanted to give him a fancy wrap.
Next Christmas party, that's how we will wrap it.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Sheldon, you're not sharing it with him, okay?
Guys,
Sorry, just one more. This was an amazing trip.
Yes.
Wouldn't have happened with Joe and his team pulling it all together. Thank you for the sponsorship. Thank you for everything you guys did. I'll never forget this. Thank you.
Cheers. 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 Cheers, everyone.
And we still bright the Snoek. The whole Snoek still got polished, and it's a moosha thing. It is a massive piece of fish, and it was great.
Okay, this snook has been spiced on the sink here because it's the only place.
Now we've got some.
It's been salted for an hour by Francois the expert. So we're going to cook it right now in a minute.
And we all gathered at Francois and Nardu and Philip's chalet.
Yeah, we were always the party house.
Where the party was happening, right? It was fantastic.
And the next tequila bottle came out there.
And then the tequila bottle came out.
Olé!
When we got to the braai, the Snoek braai, I asked Sheldon, are you going to share that present of yours? Which he kindly did.
It was really a great end off to the greater trip, obviously, for a lot of the guys.